Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Lentz and Happy New Year! Woo! I'm excited. You excited? I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited. No, but really, Happy New Year. I hope you had a good New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas. If you haven't seen my videos, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Yeah, I hope you had a great time. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my stitching plans for 2021. You know, this is all before different releases come out for the new year. I have no idea what's coming, but this is what I have mostly kitted, and this is what I want to stitch on for 2021. And I plan on stitching these things in addition to whatever comes out. I am very excited. I've got a big stitching mojo. I'm stitching a lot faster, so let's do this. Okay. Have I said who I am? Yes, I said I'm Brianna Lentz. If you haven't already, now is a great time to pause. Hit the subscribe button if you just found me. Hi, glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Please join us for a while. And also, please like the video. Comment down below what your stitching plans are. If you see something you like that you're planning on stitching along stitching as well this year, let me know. If you see anything you like and I'm talking too fast, well, you can always pause, but also click the link down below. I always have a link down below to my website where I either go into more information about a tutorial that I post, or I always share what the designer is that I'm stitching, if I make any changes, the chart name. I have a lot of fabrics that I'm using for these different projects, so I will always include as many details as I can. Every floss tube, there's a coordinating show notes video where I link a lot of the information, and I will also link to more information that I posted on my website. This year in 2021, I am posting a ton on my website. I am posting a ton on YouTube. I have my booth. That is my child. I have a booth at an antique handmade store in Savannah, Oklahoma. So I'm going to be uploading videos every week where I share my stitching, I share what I create for my booth, I share what I create for Etsy, I share what I create for tutorials for you, what I decided to make for my kids. My kids and I do a lot of creative things all the time, and so I decided to share all this information with you instead of just some of it. I want to share all of it. Why not? I love doing it. It's kind of like, it's kind of like LiveJournal back in the day. Hi, yeah, I graduated 2006. I had a Zynga even, MySpace, and the scene here. But that's not what this is about. I like having it to look back on. If I find a recipe I like, if I make a recipe I like, post it. I can go back to it. If you use the Paprika app, use my website. Download it into your Paprika app. Don't know what I'm talking about? I'll post about it because I just thought of it. I just had a mocha, so I have high energy. I've already recorded this once, and it was boring. I rewatched it, and I was like, whoa. So I got a mocha. I gave the kids something to do. They're in the other room. And let's do this before I lose sunlight. Okay, so let's talk about what I got for haul, because I'm not sure if I will have uploaded another floss tube before this one or not. Let's do that. For Christmas, I got a Dimensions Gold Collection kit. It is Northern Night. I have wanted this for over a year, and my kids got this for me. And so my plan is to start this at the beginning of the year and have it finished by the end of 2021. And I really want this for my bedroom. I love moose. It's my husband's favorite animal. The colors are gorgeous. And the Northern Nights are something that we both, it's on our bucket list, life goal list to see. So very much this is happening all year long. So you'll see this a lot. I bought this a long time ago. It's a floss organizer, and I haven't decided if I am going to use this to organize my threads or if I'm going to do it like I do my Mill Hill kits. I'll let you know as that happens. I'll probably do a whole separate video for how I'm going to prepare for this. Maybe. We'll see. So that is happening. Also, I got this for Christmas. It is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petites. It is chickadees in spring. We have a lot of chickadees in Oklahoma. I see them all the time in my front yard. And I'm sorry about the glare. And I really want this on my wall. I think it's beautiful. So chickadees in spring, sorry. This is stitched on 16 count gray Aida, and I love this. There are other chickadees kits available by Dimensions, and I would love to continue to do them all. Not just collect them, I want to stitch them. So as soon as I finish this one, I would like to purchase my next one. I love that we have these in my front yard, and I have birds all over my house. I like birds. I like watching them in my front yard. It's one of my favorite things about where I live, is being able to go out and watch the birds and identify them. I'm gonna get a bird book for Oklahoma. We have a fish book. I want a bird book. Anyway, so that is also happening for sure. I have my whip, which is, I think, Moonlit Cabin by Dimensions. I shared that with you in FLOSSTUBE number 6. That's also a whip. That will continue. I'll continue working on that, but these are definitely a focus piece for this year. My New Year start. So this is something that I am starting today. It is, sorry. It is Snow Garden by Blackbird Designs. This is Anniversaries of the Heart Part 1, and I'm only going to do this. Finished, it's supposed to be 5 inches by 5 2/3, and that's on 30 count. I'm going to stitch this on 28 count, so I think that I know how I want to finish it. My colors are not blue like this. My threads, just a minute. I'll come bring these closer to you. Are all brownish, which is actually, like, it makes me happy because this is the color of winter here in Oklahoma. I'm going to be doing this on 28 count raw natural casual linen, and this is really hard to share. Oh, I dropped one. But that's the color palette. Hopefully I don't lose those. So, oh, I know I dropped another one. There it is. So yeah, I'm very excited. Next is, this is gonna happen in January too. Like, I am starting all the things in January so I can work on them throughout the year, and the sooner I have it started, the sooner I want it done. I want this project done by June at the latest. And I don't have a name for it, but I will link the Etsy shop, and I'll link the pattern that I purchased in my show notes if you're interested. I'm sorry I don't have a color printer. Do I have this? This is upside down. Okay, so it's a fantasy piece. This is the outline of a dragon, and stitched inside is a castle. And the colors are like blues and pinks and purples, like a sunrise or a sunset, and then bright greens, and it's a castle. Yeah, and this is for my daughter Fiona. I'm stitching this on a white Jobelin. I have all of the threads already in floss bags, so the sooner I finish this too, the sooner all of these can go in my DMC stash. And they're really bright, lively colors, and I can't wait. I think that it could be heavily confettied, I'm not really sure. But because it is a PDF pattern, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my physical pattern. In addition, I'm going to have a PDF pattern on my phone, and I am going to be using this. I'm already using this now. This is a stylus pen that I bought to use with my phone. So I'll have the PDF converted, no, not converted. I'll have the PDF on my iBooks, and I'm already doing this with my Doreen cross stitch pattern. And what I do is I use this stylus, okay, and it looks like this. And this is supposed to be like this. You write on your phone, because I don't have an iPad, but I have my phone, and I don't use the highlighter function on my iBooks, but I use the marking tool like a pencil, and I do it at a lower opacity so I can see through it, or I can make it as dark as I want to. And that's how I mark my progress. And then I double check what I'm marking on the screen by marking it off with a highlighter on my physical copy when I'm done stitching for the day. And it's really rewarding. If you like counting stitches, it's a great way to count stitches, because I don't have Pattern Keeper, and I'm not going to put it in, you know, the Saga thing that people use, because I don't know how to do that. And really, it's not, I mean, I have a physical edition of the thing, but I think that'll help me keep track of what I'm doing. And I'm excited to do that, to transition if I want to possibly do a heaven and earth designs in the future. I think that's a good practice piece for me. So I got this for $6 off Amazon. Wonderful tool, wonderful. Highly recommend it. Okay, so the Dragon Fantasy piece is for my 8-year-old Fiona. And I know she's gonna love that, but I want it done so that way she can enjoy it while she's still younger, longer, if that makes sense. Now, I also want to do this. I think I'm gonna break into this pretty soon. This is another Dimensions kit. It is a princess cross stitch kit, and her favorite princess is Snow White. And I'm gonna do it on the Ada, and I'm gonna do it exactly as it calls for. And this is for my daughter Jules, she's 3. It says kind to all, big and small. So I'm excited. I think she'll love that. So those are for my girls. Let's see. So that's like January, February. I'm gonna be working on those heavily. I'm also gonna be working on spring things to have done for spring, right? So I am going to work on Fresh Eggs by the Cricket Collection. I've had this kitted up since last year. The pandemic hit and I started working like a son of a gun from my Etsy store. And spring passed, and so did my need or want to make this. But now that we're approaching spring again, I have fallen in love with it all over again. Especially having had chickens for almost 2 years, I really would love this. And if I have time, I really want to do the carrot as well. And the carrot is quite big. The carrot is actually, if it's done a 14 count or 28 count fabric, it's 2.5 inches by 9 inches tall, which is huge, right? But I really like it. And I'm stitching that on 28 count beige Jobelin with all the called for DMCs. The only one that I'm worried about is this one and this one. I was skeptical about the colored fabric that I chose last year, but I'm just gonna go with it. So I think that's gonna be really pretty. So I really wanna have that done by spring. So I'm gonna push myself to do a lot of stitching, but that's not all that's gonna be on my channel. Like I have so much stuff, you guys. I just really enjoy this because I'd rather stitch these things for my house than buy a whole bunch of stuff besides the antiques that I like. Because you know I antique, so. Also, I'm going to be doing spring delivery by spring delivery by Scattered Seed Samplers. And I love this bunny with the pipe. I like Santa Clauses with the pipes. It's just nostalgic. I talked about it last time and I like it. It's not for everybody. It's not to everyone's taste. I love it. And I'm going to be stitching this on 28 count flax casual linen, and all of the called for DMCs are coming into the mail as we speak. I ordered them off of 123 Stitch because it was easy to order all of my DMCs at one time and they have the cheapest shipping. I am also pulling from my DMC inventory for this as well. So, but yeah. Love that. So I want that done before spring. More haul that I got, if you haven't seen this yet, is I got the Lizzie Kate Flippets. I got January and February. And I am going to be stitching both of these on this 32 count ivory Jobelin that I had in my stash, and I think it's going to look really nice. It's really light. If you did not know, both of these come with a little button pack. So this one is January's, and this is February's. And I think that they are adorable. I didn't used to be like into this cutesy kind of thing. To me, it's cutesy, and I'm not trying to talk down about anything. That's not what I'm doing. but I have always liked like super eclectic, like a certain, like not necessarily something, but as I'm getting older and I'm looking for more stuff, for me, like my taste is kind of changing, and I like all the same things that I've liked, but I am open-minded to some more cutesy things, and it's fun. It's just more fun in my opinion. So I never wanted these before, but now I do. And I like stitching Lizzie Kate. And I'm actually stitching her spring string right now, and I'm kind of falling back in love. Like, the color changes on the strings are insane to me. But I think now that I've stitched like some other things where they do have a lot of color changes too, like I'm not so fussy about it. So there's that. I would also like to start a sampler this year. I want to do the one that I've chosen. The sampler that I've chosen is one that I don't know if this is American or not. I still haven't researched it. But it's set in 1862. And if you've seen a previous FLOSSTUBE of mine, I talk about my love for the culture around the world during the Civil War. I think it's very interesting. And I love the color palette of this. This is Mary Kemp, 1862. And this is by the Scarlet House. And the colors are beautiful. I have the fabric coming to me. I just ordered the fabric for this today, so I can start this anytime I want. But here are the threads. Again, I'm doing this all in DMC. I'm a very budget-friendly stitcher. I do have fancy threads, and you'll see that I have some fancy thread, fancy floss for some projects here soon. But I think that DMC is beautiful. And I'm so interested to see this blue in here. And I chose a fabric that I think will be similar to the call for fabric on here. This is stitched on 36 count fabric, and I'm not gonna do that. Now I have this, and once I finish the sampler, I'll allow myself to purchase another one. I'm a very goal-oriented person. I need a reward system to keep myself accountable, to keep myself motivated. That just is, you know, it works for kids, it works for me. And so once I finish this, then I get to choose another one. But in addition, because the color palette on this goes so well with another one of my projects, and I'm going to be stitching this year, sooner than later. A lot of these I want to stitch in the first half of the year, really, is ideally like as fast as I want to stitch a lot of these first half of the year, if that makes sense. I don't feel like that came up. It's going to be this, another Blackbird Designs pattern from the book, and Blossom, I can never remember how this goes, and Blossom as the Rose. Yeah, it's this one. I want to put this on my wall. I showed this space on my wall back in November, and I still haven't stitched it. But I have the threads for it somewhere, and it's really pretty. Here's a close-up of it. And I believe that, oh shoot, I did this again. I believe that these two pieces are gorgeous together. These are my colors, the yellow, blue, green, tranquil colors of the sea. Those are my colors. So let me put this away real quick. Yeah, so here are the DMCs, which are really, really beautiful. And I do not have a fabric for this, so I'll probably use, I have no idea. I don't know. That'll be something I'll pick up later. Like, I have time, right? Like, I don't have to have this kitted today. I have plenty of other things I'm going to be working on for January. So this, however, will happen. I love that. It's very romantic, in my opinion. Something else that I like to stitch in the first few months, maybe March, we'll see, is Country Cottage Needleworks, bless her home. Again, I'm going to say something, and this is not to come across in any negative way, okay? I am not the kind of gal that, like, I have live, laugh, love around my house. Like, I don't have that. I think it's super cute. I just don't really decorate that kind of decor in my home. But this, I love this. You know, this is our forever home, and I just love it. I love the flag, and I think that this will look so pretty on my hutch or wherever it ends up going. These are the fancy floss for it, the called for fancy floss, and the DMC is in the mail. Oh my gosh, isn't that just so pretty? And I'm going to be stitching this on the called for 28 count French Cafe Mocha linen. I think that's going to be so much fun to stitch. So I'm very excited. Like I said, my tastes are shifting. I've had this pattern for a long time, but I didn't stitch it because I wasn't sure if that would go with my house. Like, I wasn't sure, maybe I bought it because, you know, I saw so many people like it. Maybe I thought you know, did I really like it? And yeah, I do. I love it. And I think it's okay to go a little more cutesy. Like, it makes me happy. So, you know, we are supposed to change and we're supposed to evolve. You know, we can stay the same. That's cool. But I think it's good if we evolve and our tastes change too. I think it's good. I'm down. Another spring stitch is the Spring Band Sampler by Little House Needleworks. I have all the called for DMC. I've had that since I lived in Colorado. I just have not stitched this. I'm going to stitch this on a spare piece of 28 count Monaco, whether it be like the T Monaco or Monaco that I dyed myself. I'm not sure yet. But like, this piece is 4 inches by 10 3/4 inches long. So I'm just going to use, like, I don't know, a discarded portion, and that's what I'm going to stitch it on. And my goal for this is to like break it up into pieces and stitch a little bit each week. And then the house part will be like a focal piece for that week maybe. And if I start this in January, I should have this done by spring. Theoretically, right? We'll see. But I love that. Again, those colors make me happy. I have this in my pile. This is if I have time. I love this. I really would like to challenge myself for the finishing. This is Mrs. Bunnytail by With Thy Needle and Thread. I think it's absolutely adorable. There isn't much stitching, it's the finishing. And I am not going to be using any of the called for anything, so it'll be kitted up. I think when I have the opportunity to go to a Hobby Lobby or something where I can see the colors in person. But I would like to do this. It may not happen this year. Another piece that I will definitely be stitching, I have stitched these every year. It is the Trio from Little House Needleworks, her kits. This is my last one that I need to do. I stitched one in 2019. I stitched one last year, and this is my last one. And this is last just because the 3 houses, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stitch that. It just seemed like the most boring one. I'm going to have to figure out a place to put 2021 on this when I stitch it, because I have 2019 on the others, 2021 on the other one, and I need to figure out how to put 2021 on this one. And then this will not be fully finished this year, but it will get stitched. And it's on Vintage Mocha something. And then these are the threads that come in the kit. And this chart's threads are more bright and vibrant than the other 2 charts, which I think are really pretty. This is another one that I would like to get done. It's not kitted. I think I'm gonna pull thread and fabric from Stash to get this done, but this is definitely happening this year. This is Land of Liberty by With Thy Needle and Thread, and I like it. This was supposed to happen last year, and then I got so busy with my Etsy store, I didn't have much time for stitching, so this is happening this year as well. My last fully kitted project is Plum Street Samplers for You. It's another moose. I absolutely love this chart. I think it's so pretty. I had hopes and dreams of getting this done by Christmas of 2020. That didn't happen. I just finished kitting this up. And as you know, as you've seen, I don't normally do everything as a call for, but I am on this. And I'm going to be stitching this on Confederate Gray. I bought a 8 by 12 piece. I wish I bought a bigger piece. I really think this is beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of linen. I don't even know if you can see it well. And it's hard because you put it in and they're all pretty, and then you pull them out and it's like my child's hair when she wakes up in the morning. It's like, it's like your kids get up in the morning, at least my daughters, and I'm like, how in the heck did you do that? Anyway, that's what it's like with these threads, in my opinion. How pretty. Another so romantic. If I can get my hands out of the way. So romantic. This pelican gray is gorgeous. This sage, this is, I don't know what that is. This one's really pretty too. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So I will start this in July. I say that now, but that's my goal. Start that in July. I'll put that together in a minute. The last thing that I have kitted, I've had kitted for a while. I don't know where the pattern is. The pattern's in Cross Stitch Halloween 2019, 2018, but it's the Batty Bakery by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I have the threads. Again, I got these DMCs in Colorado at Michael's. And I originally bought this 28 count wood violet Jobelin. I don't know. The purple doesn't stand out that much, but maybe. I might change this fabric and then give it to another project. So that's the only Halloween one that I have kitted because I completed a lot of my Halloween projects last year. So this is what I have kitted. I mean, I have a lot of other ones that I'd like to do. Like, I would like to finally do some of these farmhouse Christmas charts. I would like to do, this is Plain and Fancy collection sampler flag. I would love to do that. I also have 4 Freedoms by Little House Needleworks. Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom from want, freedom from fear. And this one I really would like to do this year as well. And this is Souvenirs of the Heart Star Spangled Spectacular by With Thy Needle and Thread. Now this is stitched 1/1. I don't know about that, but I would like to get this done. And you know, who knows, maybe something from here. That would be cool. I mean, I just might start. If I get that sampler done, I might start on Salute to Abigail. And these patriotic pieces would be out all year long. I have patriotic pieces out right now that I have all year long. I have a lot of patriotic stuff that I would like to show you that I've done for my booth and that I'm going to be putting in my Etsy store. I don't see me finishing this year, but you know, this companion piece might get done next year. But anyway, yeah, these are my goals for 2021 as of right now. Obviously, I'd like to finish all my whips. The whips that I shared in my last video, I think I talked about that earlier. I'm going to be working on those. I think I'm going to finish those pretty quickly too, most of them, because I've picked them up recently and it's like, oh man, there's not much left on here. Like if I gave this a couple of days focus, like I would be done. And I like starting something and then finishing it relatively soon before I get bored of it, because like these charts I've had kitted, right, for like a year because I bought it and then I didn't start it. And so it just sat there. It didn't get my attention. But yeah, I would love to know down below, like if you have stitched these, if you liked them, which ones would you put at the top of the list? If you are planning on stitching any of these this year, I would love to know. Again, I'm going to be uploading every week a new FLOSSTUBE video. I'm very excited about that change to my schedule. I do so much for all of my different things that I have my hands in that if I don't upload every week, like I find that I just, like I've moved on. Like it's already in my shop. Like I have so much stuff in my shop that I haven't shared with you yet. That would be like, I think you would like that. So it's not just going to be stitching. It's going to be painting, a lot of sewing, a lot of patriotic stuff because I like making that. It makes me happy. And I've got a lot of crochet stuff that I want to do for spring, and I can't wait to show you that I've already done in previous finishes. So I hope that you hang around, subscribe to my channel. I hope that you invest your time in me because 2021, like, I don't know. I feel like I figured out a lot of things in 2020 that I can bring to 2021 that is really exciting for me personally. And I'm excited. I don't know, I'm in a good place, and I am looking forward to seeing where that good mindset takes me moving forward. And I so appreciate you. I just do. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. It's a big deal. Time is one of the most valuable things that we can give someone, and you spending your time with me while I chit chat about these things is really important. And if you have any feedback that you'd like to give me, please let me know. I would love to hear it. So anyway, Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next project, in the next video.